In addition to using video footage in your project, you can also incorporate still photos that you shot with your digital camera or phone. It's really easy to do in iMovie. For example, if we want to start our project with this still image, to incorporate into the timeline, we can just drag it into the timeline like so. And the default duration for the image will be 4 seconds. And you also find that when I skim through the clip, there's a zoom in effect. So iMovie will automatically apply an effect called Ken Burns effect. It is a type of panning and zooming effect that often applied to still images. So if you want to make this still image shorter or longer, you can just drag the left and right handle to extend it or shorten the clip. Another way to do so is go to iMovie and choose Preferences. And here you can actually change the default effect for the photo to fit or crop to fill, which we will talk about in a moment. And you can also change the photo duration if you want to make it longer or shorter. You can also adjust the Ken Burns effect. Once you click on the clip, then you can go to the viewer and find this cropping tool. And here, once you click on that and click on the Ken Burns effect, then you can actually change the position of the Ken Burns effect. For example, now the effect starts from here and ends from here. Let's just watch it and to see the effect. So it's a slow zoom in. What if you want to zoom out? It's very easy. You can just click this swap button, and then it will automatically swap the start and end. So now we actually start from here and outside. So we have a zoom out. Okay, other things you can do is you can adjust the window of the start and end. For example, if I want to start from this middle shark and then end to somewhere here, then you can adjust the start and end like so. Let's watch it again. You see I start from the middle shark and then end to a large area of sharks. Another thing you can do is you can change the image to fit. Fit basically has no animation. If I play it, it will just be a static still image. You probably also noticed that there are 2 black bars on the side. This is because the aspect ratio of your photo usually are not the same as the aspect ratio as iMovie, which is 16:9 high definition ratio. So to fix this, you can actually use the crop to fill. So then you can crop to the right aspect ratio as the iMovie window. And you can choose where you want to crop it. And for example, like so, and then you can click on OK. So now we have cropped the image and it filled the entire window. So Ken Burns crop and fit effects also apply to video clips. For example, if I have this video clip, then I can still click on the cropping tool and I can use fit, crop to fill, or Ken Burns effect. If you want to have a similar camera zoom or pan effect, but you forgot to do it during your shoot, then you can use the Ken Burns effect later in iMovie to adjust it. So let's just watch this part. You see there's a slow zoom in effect. If that's what you want, you can apply it to your project. Okay, so those are some of the many ways you can add and work with the photos in your iMovie project.